What's up, adventurers? I've got more twists today than a mimic in a treasure vault. Ever wonder what would happen if the enigmatic Lady of Pain had a stat block? Buckle up, because we're about to delve into the unfathomable. First off, let's address the razor-sharp elephant in the room. Why doesn't the Lady of Pain have a stat block in the official D&D material? Well, the Lady of Pain is a mysterious and godlike figure who rules over Sigil, the City of Doors. She is intentionally left undefined to maintain her mystique and to prevent players from turning her into just another boss to defeat. Her power is supposed to be beyond mortal comprehension. In fact, it's alluded to that she might be the oldest figure in D&D, and she has the power to keep gods out of Sigil. That's a lot of power. She's a plot device rather than a combatant. But let's be honest, as a dungeon master, sometimes we can't resist the urge to quantify the unquantifiable. Maybe you're crafting an epic campaign where the stakes are higher than Mount Celestia, and maybe you feel the need to give the Lady of Pain stats. Perhaps your players have ventured into realms unknown. Maybe they're playing above level 20, and an encounter with her feels inevitable. So why not give her a stat block? I recently stumbled upon an online debate where two people were talking, and someone said, if you make a stat block, the players will always find a way to kill it. But I respectfully disagree. Just because something has stats doesn't mean it's designed for defeat. No matter how crafty your players can be, I can be craftier. A well-crafted stat block can serve as a narrative tool without underwhelming the entity's formidable presence. Think about it. Even if the Lady of Pain had stats, they could be so astronomical that confronting her head-on would be a fool's errand. It's like giving stats to a black hole. You can know its mass and gravitational pull, but good luck trying to fight it. The purpose of the stat block isn't necessarily to provide a winnable combat, but to set clear boundaries and establish the sheer magnitude of her power. Creating the Lady of Pain's stat block is a very cool thought experiment. When considering how to stat the Lady of Pain, it's essential to capture her essence and immeasurable power, untouchable authority, and an aura of dread that can make even the bravest adventurers think twice. First up, let's address her immeasurable power. Her abilities should reflect her near omnipotence. Think along the lines of abilities that can alter reality, bypass immunities, or even erase a creature from existence. For instance, she might have an attack that doesn't just deal damage, but prevents any form of resurrection unless cosmic forces intervene. To touch on her authority, the Lady of Pain is known to be unapproachable. In your stat block, perhaps she has an ability that causes immediate consequences for anybody who tries to attack her. Maybe any offensive action against her results in the attacker being banished to the popular maze demiplane with no exit. She should have an aura of dread. Her mere presence should have a significant impact on the environment and those around her. Consider abilities that inflict psychic damage or fear effects on a massive scale. Perhaps she has an aura that suppresses magic, rendering even the most potent spells useless in her vicinity. Now, I won't spoil you with all the surprises here. That wouldn't be any fun, would it? But imagine giving her an ability called Maze of Blades, where she can trap offenders in an endless labyrinth filled with whirling razors. Or perhaps she possesses Reality Tear, an attack that can slice through dimensions. Stats can help enhance your game. By providing stats, you give yourself a framework for storytelling. It allows you to handle unexpected player actions without resorting to arbitrary decisions. Plus, it can add an extra layer of awe when players realize the enormity of what they're up against. They might think twice before stepping out of line in Sigil. Use it with caution. Introducing such a powerful entity to your game requires careful consideration. It's not about setting up combat encounters, but about enriching the narrative. The Lady of Pain should remain an enigmatic force, more of a storytelling device, and her stat block is a safety net, not an invitation for battle. Speaking of enriching your adventures, if you're itching to get your hands on the full stat block I've crafted for the Lady of Pain, you should definitely check out my Patreon. Supporting me there is like unlocking a vault of exclusive content, ad-free episodes, and even special giveaways. Plus, you'll help me make TTRPGs my full-time gig, which means more epic content for you. The link in the description below. And if you're eager to discuss this topic or share your own ideas, leave a comment below and consider joining my Discord community. So my final thoughts on the topic. What if the Lady of Pain happened to have a stat block? It would just open the realm of possibilities for storytelling, allowing DMs to handle unforeseen player actions gracefully, and it would add depth to an already rich character. Remember, just because something has stats doesn't mean it's meant to be conquered. Sometimes it's there to remind us the limits of mortality and to instill a healthy dose of caution in our bold adventurers. Alright, adventurers, if you found this exploration intriguing, or at least more captivating than a gelatinous cube in a treasure room, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of D&D. Your support means the multiverse to me, and it helps keep this amazing community growing. Keep rolling those dice, and may your quests be epic.